Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, please do like and subscribe. It'll really help the channel out. I think I'm at like 47 subscribers, and you know what? I'm so grateful. Grateful to each and every one of you who have subscribed and liked the videos, because without you guys, I wouldn't be making another one. So yeah, and I know I'm only a very, very small channel, but listen, everyone starts off small. So I'm delighted with that amount of subscribers. And if any more comes my way, I am open to have them. So yes, I'm Katrina. If you are new here, I am a mum of three, and they are 9. One is coming 8, and one is 3, and will be 4 New Year's Eve. And life is hectic. I work full time in the finance world at a job that I once loved and now I loathe. And I also sing at the weekends. And I do like my singing jobs. One week it can be very different than another. But yeah, I'll not complain about that one. But the job I'm currently in full time at the minute, I am really not liking it and would love a change of career. Maybe go back into a different role that I did before, maybe with a different firm, maybe with the same firm, who knows. But it is hard to do everything, I suppose. I'm only back from holidays, and this is me getting everything back to normal. And I am choppy with this video. So, like, I leave a task, carry on, do another task, go back, do a task. You'll see me in the middle of like unpacking my suitcase. I just leave it and go off and do my bed, come back and do the rest of the folding and unpacking, because like a lot of the stuff is clean, and then the dirty stuff is taken downstairs, and you will just see me trying to get through as much as I can possibly get through in this video. On holiday, on the way home, I don't know if you've ever watched Home Alone. So if you have, you'll know how the McAllister family operate in an airport. Well, that was me. That was my entire family. And I just felt like the theme tune behind us was like, it was literally like the Chocolate Brothers on tour. We were running from one side of the airport to the other, and it was very hectic, and it all gone Pete-tong very quickly. So I'm going to rewind back and tell you what actually happened. So we get up in the morning, and we aren't due, our flight isn't due to 4 o'clock that afternoon. So we've plenty of time to get the very last bit of washing done and everything packed, and we're all showered and ready to go. My mum's like, yeah, I've got a wee bit of time to head to Target and Walgreens. I'm like, yeah, of course, got loads of time. But obviously, they didn't realise that there was going to be a lot of traffic. So my partner was like, okay, we've a lot of bags. We're not going to be able to get everyone into this massive car that we rented. And I mean, the car was the biggest car I've ever seen. And it was a 7-seater, plus there was a load of room in the back. However, we weren't going to be able to get all of our suitcases because we had treated ourselves on holiday, and my mum, we treated herself to extra suitcases as well. So between all of us, there was 7 large suitcases and 5 hand luggages. So, or no, actually 7 hand luggages. So yeah, one per person. There's 7 of us, and everyone was traveling large. So she decided to book a taxi. The taxi got lost just coming out of the complex. So the complex we were staying in is so big. It's called Story Lane, absolutely gorgeous, but it's so big that the taxi driver got lost for 15 minutes and couldn't get out of Story Lane. My mum rings frantically on the phone and like, I need to get another taxi. So we're about to take off in the car, the rented car, knowing that we have to hand the rented car back. So we held back, we wait for her. There was like a whole palaver. She finally gets out of the taxi with her suitcase and runs back to the apartment, then rings an Uber. Another taxi then shows up, and then we all leave together. So we all get out of the taxi, and I had given my phone to, I think, Julia or Jude, one of them. Get my phone across to them. They were playing with the phone, and I get out, and in the midst of all this, Shane was like, I need to find out where I park the car. Like, I don't know where I'm parking. I need to go. So you need to take your cases in. I'll meet you there. So I was like, okay. Got the kids out, got the bags out. When we get out her taxi, and everyone's running like hell to get up to the check-in desk. And the check-in desk is like, yeah, there's 7 passengers. We need the 7th passenger. And I was like, no, but I have his passport. I have his case. It's like, no, we need to verify. Okay, you're overweight in this case. You're overweight in that case. You're underweight in this case. So we were swapping stuff around. We were like the worst traveling family ever. Like the pure like girl on the front desk was probably like, no, not today, guys. Not today, guys. So, in the middle of trying to swap stuff around and move things from one case to the other, my Julia's like, I need to do pee pee, I need to do pee pee. And I'm like, Mum, take her to the toilet. I'll handle this because the bags are, majority of the stuff is overweight as mine. So, if I can just get the stuff out, I would know what's actually heavy. Like my makeup bag in and of itself is probably 3 kilos, and that's not even joking. And this is me that doesn't wear makeup from Monday to Friday unless like I'm getting into the office or whatever. But I was so into my makeup years ago, so I always had a big collection and I always built on it. And they say makeup expires. I don't know. I have like mascaras there that's probably about 10-year old. Who cares? I'm keeping everything. But anyway, I bring everything with me just in case I manage to get like a night out, and I got one, which was fabulous. But back to the story. So my mummy takes all 3 kids because they all needed to go to the toilet then at this stage. So they're away to the toilet. I'm lifting things up and down and up and down. My nail breaks. I'm like, oh God, sweat's dripping off me. I'd already got 2 showers just before I left. So I was just like, oh God, here we go, here we go. So finally, then the girl on the check-in desk said, look, I will put the bags through. However, I will hold on to your partner's passport and I would need to see him before I can give it back. I says, no, that's fine. So away, the cases went. And then, the lovely lady said, look, I'd advise that you start making your way to the gate because we're starting to board. So I'm like, right, okay. So I tried to ring Shane then from my mum's phone. I didn't know where my phone was. And it was like, I'm rushing to get on the bus, but everything was like choppy and breaking up. And it was like, uh, 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 and I'm like, where are you? Where are you? He's like, so it was useless. My mum's like, look, we're going to have to go on through. And I said, look, you take the kids on through. I'm going to wait back because he'll not know where to go. I need to hold on to your phone then because I don't know where my own phone is just in case I need to call him. So I'm pacing about. And the next thing then, he turns around the corner. I run towards him. He runs towards me. Then I run away from him and wave like, come on, come on. It could have been romantic until I ran away from him. And I'm like, straight over to the checkout desk. Quickly get your passport and let's go. And we are running through security and we're in like a lane to, queue up. And when we get to the top of the lane, it's like, yeah, you're in the wrong lane. And I'm like, oh, damn. So I jump over the barrier, jumping onto the other lane, managed to catch up with my mum and dad, and we're all in the lane, right lane, all together, everyone having an emotional reunion. And then I'm like, where's my phone? Guys, where's my phone? Hi, where's my phone? I don't know, Mummy, where did you put it? And I'm thinking, oh no, I gave it to Julia when we were in the car and I didn't take it back from her. Yes, I left my phone, and my phone has a case in it that has, like, you can put all your cards. So I left my phone, my driver's license, bank cards, everything in the phone is inside this rented car. So I'm thinking, oh no, here we go. So we get to the gate, and my mum's like, where's my other black bag? And I says, oh, I don't know. I have my own bags. I don't have your black bag. So she had to get like a tube back then the way in order to get her bag from security. She left at security. She gets back and I could see her running towards like, these doors, and obviously the doors are going to open when you step in motion. It's one of those censored doors. But she ran so fast, she hit her face off the door. So her face was literally smudged straight into the door, and I'm thinking, oh, that would have hurt. And she's like, I got the bag, right, where's the passports? So again, we're all frantically looking through our bags for these passports. By the time we got on the plane, we were so exhausted and so completely done for. Like it was like, this is it, this is it. Every one of us slept on the way home. It was a very empty flight, and we all basically had a row each, which was great. And I said to my mum, Mummy, where are we going next then on our next holiday? And it sounded very like she said crack off, but she didn't. She said something else that I can't repeat. So I think that's her big family holidays over. So yeah, that was fun. I do have a contact in America, and they are going to post the phone over, which is nice. But until then, I don't have a phone, so Temu and Amazon will just have to wait, and my bank balance will probably be a lot higher because I'll not be able to spend as much. I have my mum's birthday and Jude's birthday coming up in the next week, so yeah, that's going to be hectic. Georgia and Jude then started summer school, so they started on the bank holiday Monday, so it's bank holiday over here on the 14th, and they started their summer camp, and they were so nervous going in. And so I queuing up, and they go from 10 to 2 every day, and they get to go swimming, play football, and do all different activities throughout the day. And they are able to go there, and I was delighted to get them registered. And then on the last week, then they moved to another summer scheme just for a scene, a change of scenery. Because last year when I put them in the one summer scheme for the entire duration, which was like 4 weeks, they got a wee bit bored. So I thought I'd switch things up. But anyway, I'm registering them in, and I've like have to put my details in, like my telephone number. And George is like, oh, wait till I tell you, my mummy doesn't have a telephone. Oh no, because my mummy left her phone in. Well, look, let me just start from the start. The girl's just looking at her, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm starting to like go red in the face and get warm in the ears. I'm thinking she's going to embarrass me. My sister and brother were playing up, and then Jude was like, I wasn't playing. Jude, don't tell lies. I'm telling a story. So, yeah, they were playing up. My mum thought it'd be okay to give her phone over to my baby sister just to stop her from whinging. It was already so stressful. We were late getting to the airport, and I was like, oh, here we go. And she was like, and so she gets out of the car and gets her cases and all out, and forgot my baby sister had the phone, and my baby sister left it in the car. So my mummy has no phone, no bank card, nothing. But she's doing really, really well without it. And the girl just started laughing, and I was like, yeah. And she says, oh, we have a little character in our hands. I says, yeah, I don't know where she gets that from, but I suppose. So it's just been one thing after another, without a phone, without, a way to sort of distract myself in the evenings. Or listen, whenever I'm editing videos and stuff, like I would use my phone or my iPad. My iPad has been sent away to get fixed, and that was before I went on holiday, and I'm now 6 weeks without it. So there we go. No iPad, no phone. I guess that's just the way things are going to go at the minute, and I'm still getting through it. So do you know what? Do I even need it? Probably not. But it is good for emails and keeping up to date with different things, and just logging on and paying for things, logging on your online banking and just paying for things through your phone. So I kind of feel a wee bit lost that way. But at the same time, you know what? We're home safe. We are unpacked. We're getting sorted, and I can't complain in that respect. The weather over here has been gorgeous. We had a heat wave. Now it's been just clammy and rainy, but the 2 days that we came back, we were able to get the swimming pool back out, slides back out, and have a great weekend filled with sun. And it just made us just appreciate so much more of being back home. but not for too long, because I tell you what, I am allergic to the pollen. So I have hay fever, and I was like the elephant woman by the end of this video. It was ridiculous. I don't even know if is there an elephant woman, or did I just literally make that up? Anyway, I went outside and put some stuff into the bin and came back in, and I noticed like this lump underneath my eye, and then it started to become really itchy and really sore, and then before you knew it, my entire eye was swollen. And when I came, back into the house and she didn't see me, he was like, "What did you do? Did you hit yourself?" And I was like, no. And I looked in the mirror, my entire eye, and then that's when the throat started and the nose started. And I was like, right, where's my antihistamines? Because your girl needs something here. This is not good. I felt awful when I came back because the kids were spoilt. But if you know, you know, right? So I have a 3-year-old that likes to walk around the shop and put everything into the trolley. And she's obsessed with like Gabbys dollhouse and Bluey and all the rest of the things that, she was picking up. And she has lots of Gabbys dollhouse stuff at home, in her own wee toy box. But she kept picking up like repeat toys that she already had and things that were similar. So she got stuff in Disney, she got stuff in Universal, she got stuff in Target, and they're all small figures, so we could bring them home because she loves wee small figures. And of course, this big, massive Gabby's dollhouse was taken over the trolley. It had to slide underneath the trolley, and she was happy enough of it, being there. And she'd fallen asleep while we were shopping in Target. And when we got back to the apartment, she never asked for it again. And this was a week later. We got back home and she was running around going, "Where's my Gabby? Where's my Gabby's dollhouse?" Well, of course, didn't I take it out of the trolley and put it back? It was about $60. And I thought, no, number one, I can't fit it into the suitcase. And number two, she doesn't need it. And it's a big, massive toy and she can't have everything she wants. And I was like, "Where is it?" He says, "You didn't give me my Gabby dollhouse. Where is it? Where is it? You told me you were going to get it." And I was like, okay, when Georgia and Jude was 3 and I used to do that to them, like they didn't really catch on till they were 5. Why is she so advanced? And then today she kept saying, what was it? "You speak and I don't judge," something like that. Oh yes, that's what it was. She kept saying, "Mummy, I listen and I don't judge," over and over and over again. And I'm like, right, where is she getting this from? So obviously it's back to the normal rules of the house. No iPads, no Kindles devices Monday to Friday, and you'll get them back at the weekend. But I think she's picked that up from maybe one of George's YouTube shorts or something. Another thing she's asking for and noticed was a labubu. And I says, "A what? A la who?" I thought she was like talking gibberish and she was like, "I want a labubu, I want a labubu." Well, they're the most silliest looking things I've ever seen, and the price of them. Georgia got one in America, and of course, Julia wanted to go and get one. And I don't know if it was the original or what it was. They got them anyway. And this seems to be the whole new thing. They hang them off their backpacks, and this is the thing where kids are craving and wanting and obsessing over this silly labubu. There's even labubu covers to keep your labubu clean. And make sure your labubu goes to bed with you at night. And I'm thinking, no, no, no. Back in the days, it was the Tamagotchis, and I remember my daddy was like, God love him, he was going the normal speed limit, and I kept saying, "You need to get home quick. I haven't fed my Tamagotchi. You're going so slow. Get me home. My Tamagotchi's going to die." Like, but those were the days. Yeah, Tamagotchis and Polly Pockets were the things that I just absolutely loved. My brother loved football cards, which is what Jude loves. It's funny whenever you think back of like memories of the things that you used to love when you were a kid, and they do make their way back around again. So there's me just hanging out the window, like, yeah, really trying to get in as quick as possible in case anybody sees me. Just really trying to get back up, the house back up and running the way that it was before. The windows were stinking, like so dirty. I cleaned them before I went, but it's been 3 weeks with the sun, dust, rain, all of the weather. So they needed a good clean, and I did go over them again after that. But I really did enjoy speaking to you today and telling you all about everything that happened and the vacation. So yeah, that was fun. And I really do hope that you do like, subscribe the video, and yeah, hopefully that's me back on a regular routine. And I will see you again. Thanks guys. Bye.